Alright, people. I got my I Know the Future glasses on, so y'all know what it is, man. It's time for your boy, Coach T, to break it down and give y'all the actual factuals, well, what I think is really going on. Not 100% sure, but it's probably going to happen, man. Alright, so check it out. Talking about Florida State. Jameson, will he be able to play in the game? If he don't play, will Florida State still be a contender for the title and all that kind of stuff? I'm finna address that right now. Okay, let me tell y'all something real quick. The whole situation about the rape case and everything, the details supposed to drop today at 2 o'clock, right? Alright, I'm from the South Georgia, like North Florida area, right? I'm like, the biggest university to my hometown is Florida State. So, you know, we hear a lot of local news, mom, dad, boo-boo, they call me, tell me a lot of stuff. So look, this is what's supposed to be going on, alright? I've heard that the female that supposed to be filing the charge against him, the reason why the file kind of got threw out or whatever from last year, because they kind of had a little relationship to where they was cool, but he really didn't want to be with her like that. Because from what I've heard was, during the time he supposed to rape her, she was actually on top. So not saying somebody can't rape somebody if they're on top, because if you're a strong person, you can hold somebody on top of you. But at the same time, what were you doing on top of him if you didn't want to be involved with him anyway? Like, you getting on top of somebody. Hey, we down here in Florida, man. Y'all hear the vultures and all this kind of stuff back here, man. It's kind of getting crazy. But man, hey, y'all might see that black people speed if they come at me now. Y'all might see it. But alright. So the whole rape thing is kind of iffy because they say she was actually hanging out with him after the fact. Oh yeah, and if anybody, if the case does go and you're a Florida State fan and somebody asks you, do you know about Jameson and all this kind of stuff, are you a Florida State fan? Say no. Say you don't know any, act like you don't know what's going on. Because if this dude get hand up over this bull jump because this girl got feelings because he really didn't like her, it's gonna be crazy, man. Dude need all the support he can get from what I'm hearing. Alright, this is what I heard. Alright, they was hanging out after the fact when the incident supposed to happen, and then his real girl came into town. So once his real girl came into town, he was like, hey, I can't be hanging out with you right now. Matter of fact, I need to back up 50 feet away from you. You don't know me. And her feelings got a little hurt. She got a little salty, and she was like, you know what? What you gonna try to treat me like I'm some? Oh, I'm a boom. Hit him with the charges. You know what I'm saying? And then she thought about it. She was just like, and she kind of pulled it back, like, nah, I really don't want to do that, cause the emotions, whatever they left her. She was like, I'm kind of doing the wrong thing. So that's what I heard. That's why everything kind of went away. And now all of a sudden, this dude breaking all kind of records and stuff like that. So somebody done dug it up. Haters gonna hate. They dug up the information on it, so now they gonna process it or whatever. Like, once you file charges or whatever against somebody, like, it's up to the state if they want to keep the charge. You can't really just drop them like that for real. Once you go to a certain point, so it's up to the state to drop stuff. All right, so here we go. Now let's get to the Florida State itself. If Jameson does not play, I think he's gonna play, but if he does not play, I still believe Florida State has the talent to beat Duke for sure. Like, if you're better and they put it where it's like a close margin or something or whatever, go with Florida State. Florida State has that look out of Florida. It was like Florida, Miami, and Florida State. Y'all know they always fight for recruits. Alright. 2-3 years ago, Miami's on probation. So a lot of those top recruits that want to play in bowl games and try to win a national championship, they went to Florida State. Alright. A few years ago, Florida was going through a coaching change. And people really didn't know what was going on and who's going to be the head coach, all that kind of stuff. Not like how the Florida State situation, they already knew who they was bringing in, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of those players went to Florida. And even if y'all seen Muschamp last few years, the way he talked to his players on the sideline, he's not just a likable coach like that. He's kind of like Spurrier, where he's all up in your face yelling and stuff. And that's the kind of coaches that Florida win with. But a lot of players don't really react to that kind of stuff nowadays. So Florida State has got a lot of top recruits in the last few years. So their team is stacked. I'm talking about stacked with talent out of Florida. So when you get a team that can get all the top talent out of Florida for like 2 or 3 years straight, oh yeah, you're finna have a beast ass team. And that's what they got right now. And with this quarterback, he's not a slouch guy. He's a decent quarterback. And now he's been getting more reps and all that kind of stuff because the other quarterback got hurt like 5 weeks ago. So now he's not just no rusty guy. And they know like the suspension and all this stuff is coming about. So he's getting more reps at practice. So look, if Jameson doesn't play, I still feel like Florida State has the firepower to win the ACC championship hands down without a doubt. Like, their defense is crazy. People forgetting about how good the defense is. Duke can't score on this defense. How crazy this defense playing. All right, now we go to if they win the ACC championship and they go to the championship game. Now if they play against Ohio State, might be some problems because the coach and the scheme that they run, whatever. And if they play against Auburn, it might be some problems with the scheme that they run, with the running and all that kind of stuff. I mean, some guys talking about that Auburn running game right now is like one of the best running games they've seen in Auburn history. Like, with like, not saying like they running backs are better than Bo Jackson, but the scheme that they run is so effective that it's like one of the best running schemes Auburn has ever had in the history. So, with all that being said, if they make it to the championship game, Florida State that is, I still believe talent-wise it's the best team on the field as far as talent-wise. And I feel like they have a shot at winning. I mean, I still kind of feel like they kind of have the upper hand at winning because of that defense, even without Jameson. I'm putting it out there. I'm saying that even without Jameson, I think Florida State can win. Now, Auburn, they've been getting real lucky here. They've been getting real lucky. But I'm going to say this right here. That Florida State team has way more talent than that Georgia team. And Georgia had Auburn beat. Ohio almost lost Michigan. Michigan don't have no kind of the talent that Florida State has. So, I'm going Florida State, baby. Let's go, man. Let's go, Seminoles. Let's go.